All right, I've got the 4 movement EMOM for you. Every minute on the minute, you are going to change the exercise, the movement that you are doing. I have 4 of them for you, which means that you can have a nice 4-minute break, a 4-minute way to start your day or end your day, or you can put it together in 5 rounds for a really great 20-minute workout. In this context, I want you guys to be thinking about the movements that help you thrive, that make you feel good. We break down resistance by choosing what's available to us in this moment, and we choose what movements make us thrive, no matter what body we are in, okay? In this week in my bootcamp series, we're talking about choosing foods that help us thrive, generating energy in our bodies through the foods that we know nourish ourselves, and getting really curious and investigative about what that means so we can show up and give our bodies what it needs in order to be able to be our best selves today. So the 4 movements that I have for you today, the first one is going to be dumbbell thrusters. The second one is going to be a choice of a cardio workout. The third one is going to be bird dogs, and the 4th one is going to be your core choice. And I'll go ahead and explain all of those now. First things first, first minute you're going to do dumbbell thrusters. A thruster is a squat into an overhead press, and this is what it looks like. You're going to get your dumbbells, you're going to go ahead and rack them up onto your shoulders. As always, we drop the weight into our heels. Now, how do we do that? If you notice from the side, if I simply squat down, my knees come forward, I'm actually going to bring my butt back behind me first and leave my chest up nice and tall. I feel engagement in my back now supporting me and supporting the weight on my shoulders, and I feel my belly button pull to my spine. Now, most people say engage in the core, and suddenly your body comes this way. We don't want to do that in the squat. We want to leave our lower lumbar spine curved so that we can protect the back. So here I am, moving my butt back behind me, weight is in my heels, belly button to spine. Option to come halfway down, push up as a thruster, or come all the way down, push up. You can also decide to do a few in a row with your half squat, and then build up the strength, endurance, or courage to come all the way down and push up into your thruster. And this is for 1 whole minute. If you get tired, we put the weights down and then we start again. So that's your minute of thrusters. Next thing is a choice. I love giving choices in my strength training workouts. This is a bit of a cardio choice to get our heart rates up, to feel really good. You can do something like marching. We can march for 1 minute. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Right? You can also pick it up. I call these apple pickers for my runners. Flexing and pointing the foot, landing softly on the feet, getting the heart rate up. You can jog in place. You can jump rope. This week I've introduced using a box. You can step up, all the way up, full extension in the hip, step down, switch feet, and repeat this for an entire minute. If you're ready for more, of course, you can do box jumps. 1 minute. Full extension in the hip, gently come down. Full extension in the hip, gently come down. Notice how I land softly in my knees, and I stand up nice and tall before I bring my body back down. For 1 minute. The next thing you're going to do is bird dogs. Awesome for hip stability, awesome for core, great for back strength. Come down onto all fours, knees underneath of hips, hands underneath of shoulders. Opposite arm, opposite leg, reach away and up. Check in with the hips, make sure they're in one line. Hold your bicep in and the inner thigh in towards your midline, engaging in the glutes and reaching away, stretching as much as strengthening as you gather your strength into your midline, and then set it down. Reaching out, up and away, hugging into the midline, and then placing down. And we're going to repeat this, bringing body awareness, mind-body connection, even in the hips, Belly button to spine, replacing hands and leg back down. Even in the hips, I'm always having this conversation with myself. Where am I feeling it? Where can I stretch? Where can I adjust? Where can I strengthen? How can I even out my hips? And replacing back down. If you need a break, we come down, child's pose, and then you get back into it. A step in any direction is still a step. So go ahead and try those movements. The last one is a core choice. In our strength training, we're doing a few things this week. We've got flutter kicks. My recommendation to you is hands underneath the glutes, feet out in front of you, looking down your midline, and then fluttering your legs. You do this as many times until you fatigue. Replace back down, head back down, take a rest, come back up, and we go again for 1 minute, okay? Another movement that we're doing, simple sit-ups. I call these PE sit-ups. I hated these as a kid. Today, in my best energetic body, my capacity to be able to tolerate and do sit-ups without trying to beat some sort of a time and just doing it in my body feels good. Option to take it into some crunches. Elbows out wide, nose toward the ceiling, upper and lower abdomen squeezing together, belly button to spine, taking a break when you need it, and then getting back into whatever crunch or sit-up variation that you want. Another good core exercise that we're doing this week is a plank. Best way to get into a plank, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Walk your hands about 6 inches forward. Option to drop your hips down, shoulders come over hands, squeeze in the glutes, squeeze in the shoulders, looking down and slightly ahead to keep your spine in one line, and holding. Another option, tip the toes underneath of you, flex in the feet, push out through the heels, and here we are in our plank position. A minute is a long time to hold a plank. So what do? You can either take a break, or you can change positions. You could come into a side plank. You can kickstand. You could come down onto your knees and your forearm like a mermaid position. Always give yourself grace, opportunity, options to change and shift. Don't allow the chaos in your mind to take over. There is an option for you. And if you want to know more about that, you should join me in my strength training classes. That's what we're always talking about. There's a choice, there's an option for you. Everybody can find what works for them. And that's what we're here to do together. Good luck, have a great workout, and let me know how it goes.